Hello.
Yo.
Welcome to Cool Ranch Corner episode 55. We got Giancarlo on today by himself.
Where's
We're going to
Monkey?
get. Where's Jorge? I'm scared. Uh, I guess we'll start off by asking Giancarlo any good news or anything new you want to share that happened this week?
This week, man, I've been busy, very busy. As a matter of fact, I just found out, what's today? Friday? Found out yesterday that I got myself into nursing school. So that's some good news.
Congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
Bro's about to be even more busy.
Watch, man. Freaking, it's a 1 year. It's a license. It's like an LPN license. So it's a license. It's a practical nursing license.
So what does that mean? Does that give you the ability to be like a training nurse or something? Like,
No, I mean
I don't know
it's
how
just
it works.
it's not it works under the RN. So like the RN is like a lot higher, like a registered nurse. So I'm doing just
Okay.
the LPN, which is it's a really good money though.
That's
But
good, man.
doing it for
Hell yeah.
the good. I'm doing it for the good reason, not just the money. I'm doing it for the good
If there's
reasons. Yeah.
if there's anybody listening who's like, because I've been getting messages since we released Pollo Loco, which we'll talk more
Mhm.
about soon. But a lot of people are asking me, hey, I want to get into acting. How do you suggest I start? First thing, make sure you got a steady job because acting it's a terrible
100%.
time to get into acting. There's there's nothing going on. Like unless you already unless you have an agent or a manager already, it is tough, man. Um and even like agencies and stuff like that are closing. So it's just it's rough. It is rough. The first thing, make sure you got a steady job going.
I
But
see.
that's great, man.
Yeah, no, I'd say like going back to that, like having a steady job and getting if you're trying to get into acting now, I would suggest like make sure you got a solid job, like maybe like a part-time job or just something that you can eat, you can survive off because acting classes can be really expensive, man. Like,
That's it, yeah.
limit yourself. Don't be like me after 40, 50 classes. Yeah, don't do that. Just limit yourself. Don't go out and
Yeah,
freaking go ham.
train with lots of different instructors and stuff.
Quality over quantity. I think
Audit the
that's-
classes.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that for some reason, but like I've always been told it's a red flag if you ask to audit a class and they say no. Because
Exactly.
any like serious acting teacher is gonna say, of course, like yeah, like you can see how I teach and stuff before you like sign up and pay money. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
There's some acting classes like that.
Chris, I'm seeing spent a week back on day shift. Sleep schedule is jacked up.
Yeah. So I've been waking up at like 4 in the morning, and
Man.
that's from waking up at 1 p.m. for like months. So it's
Rough.
been rough, dude. Because the thing is, I'm trying to wake up at 4, right? And then like sometimes I'll wake up like way too early, and I'm like, well, I'm not like necessarily tired right now, and then like I kind of drift off back to sleep, and I wake up at 4 o'clock. Or like my favorite so far has been I want to say it was like 2 days ago. I get home and like everything that happened the moment I got home is just like erased from my memory because I think I literally just like did the normal thing that I do when I get home where I just I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, maybe drink some water, whatever, and then I was just gone. I was just out. I just fell asleep.
That's
Don't remember
crazy.
any of it, man. Like I think I slept for like 10 hours. Like I was just done. And
I slept for 12 hours the other day, man. I've been
yeah,
driving myself.
yeah. So it's been pretty interesting. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't want to do this forever. Um, in other news, this is something that is very important to me. Okay, I went through the comments of the last episode, and no one said a single thing about taillights.
I did see what they said though. They said they thought Chris was just tired about hearing about the Mustang. So How many minutes in are we? Fuck all y'all. All right? I'm saying shit about the car again. Somebody's gonna ask a Patreon question. How's the Mustang? And I'm just gonna delete it.
Just delete it. Just delete the whole thing.
If you're done, I'll move on to my stuff. Good news. I have a meeting today about the screenplay and getting it into production. So it's the first one. So fingers crossed. It's all good stuff. I've already been looking at talent and stuff like that to pitch and dude, finding like talent just to give an idea of what you're looking for is hard. But I've got, without naming any names, I've got an influencer in mind for one part. Makes really cool cinematic videos, so I definitely like. I definitely could see him doing it, because he's always posting on his story when people are like, "Where do you buy your clothes?" And he's like, "I just buy them from the thrift store. I'm broke." He's like living in LA, just making ends meet. And then, as I've said before, there's an actor from the Terrifier movies that I'm going to be reaching out to. So, very cool.
I won't say the name, but I have a fit because I watched Terrifier from Terrifier 2. You said
2 and 3, yeah.
Okay. I won't say it, but I'll ask you after this.
Okay.
I have a guess.
But it's happening, man. We're getting the ball rolling. I really hope we can shoot like in the summer, or else we're gonna have to like divide the shoot up because we have to film at a school track, and so we have to go around the school schedule, you know. Pollo Loco is about to surpass 31K views, like probably within the hour. It's picking up steam again, which is really cool to see. My goal has always been to get the film to at least 100K, and right now we're on track to be around somewhere around 75K by the end of the first month, which is a great number to start with. And I'm finally over my cold. Like finally.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you have like a lingering cough? It's gone. So it's about damn time. I've been so sick of it, man. But yeah, I don't really have anything else new to share for the week. Anything else that I planned on talking about is a topic or something. So I guess we can move on to the main topic. And I'm actually curious to hear what Giancarlo has to say about this. But this past week, this week. This week has been a blur, but my parents came to visit. They got here on Monday and they left Thursday morning, so yesterday morning. And Tuesday night we took them to Topgolf, which Dad really liked. It was freaking Happy Gilmoreing that shit. It was funny.
So what even is Topgolf? I don't understand what that is.
It's like a driving range, but it's got targets and like games. Like one of them was Angry Birds. So like you try to hit the target to knock down the Angry Birds tower and stuff like that.
How do you like the nachos, bro?
I like them. I like the nachos a lot. Good. We tried this. They have a new hot honey pizza that was really good.
I heard the nachos are pretty freaking good there.
Yeah, and every bite is perfect because they basically take these big chips and they put all the toppings on each individual chip and like melt the cheese so it all stays together.
That's
fancy
cool.
Nachos. Their mac and cheese bites. Everybody enjoyed them. They're delicious. But that was like, I think that was my third or fourth time going to Topgolf. I think third time.
I've only been there once.
You've only been there once?
Yeah.
On Tuesdays they do half off. So you Jorge and I, we should like get some people together and just like go do Topgolf. That'd be really fun to do.
I'm down. Maybe if it hits like 50,000 or something like that, we can all get together, like the cast or something like that.
Yeah, we should like celebrate when we hit 100K or something. It's 50K. That'll be like within like a week or two.
Yeah.
I do. We're literally on like day 13. Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and like honestly, dude, all the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. The only I will say Letterboxd is where like all the trolls are. It's crazy. There's a
Really?
lot of trolls on there. Yeah, they'll give like, it's funny because some, I guess I shouldn't get into details because then people start like trolling. They'll know how to troll. But anyways, like I'll see people give it like a bad score, and then their comment is like, it's always something trying to put me down, like stick to crumble cookies or um like stick to TikTok, stuff like that, you know, which is really funny. It's like they
That's
don't actually
great.
have anything to say about the film.
I
um,
saw one where you shared it, bro. I was so confused. You shared a screenshot into the group chat with me, you, and Jorge.
oh yeah, where the guy said
Mad things like I don't care about this.
his parents died after watching it and all this stuff like that. And then at the end he said, that's what I would say if I didn't like this film. This film is amazing, 5 stars. And then like that's why I sent it, because I was like, bro, that had me like that had me going. It was like a long ass paragraph. I can't even read it on the podcast because it was so fucked up.
Oh, dude.
But they liked the film, so they gave it 5 stars. So
I mean,
whatever.
do your thing.
Yeah. Anyways, though, yeah, no, Top Golf's really cool. Dad was like looking up like where Top Golf is at and stuff, trying to see, you know, where else he can go do Top Golf. So he really liked it. Mom had fun with it. Theo struggles to like hit the ball far because it's just like like
What the heck?
Giancarlo, you accidentally did like a thing with your thumb. That's funny.
Wait, do it again?
This? I don't know.
Why
I
did-
don't know.
Why did it do that? What the?
Okay, well,
I don't know what that's about. That's like a Zoom function. What the hell?
is it? I thought it was an iPhone function. I don't know. It keeps
Maybe
popping
it's an
up.
iPhone thing. It's not. Yeah, it must be like a iPhone thing. But yeah, we should definitely do Top Golf sometime. That would be really
Yeah, no,
fun.
I'm down.
What if
We're
I
going
do
to
that?
see. We're gonna talk about it more later, but we're going to see. I think it's just an iPhone thing. We're going to see Smile 2 tomorrow night, so I'm really excited about that.
What time are we going again?
I
10?
think it's like a 9:20 showing.
Yeah. Are we going to like Buffalo or something like that to get wings or something?
Yeah, we'll probably do dinner first or something. But dude, they're saying it's really freaking scary. Scarier than the first one.
Fuck.
But yeah, no, Top Golf is definitely something I never saw myself liking, but it's actually really fun, and I feel like we've only played the same 3 or 4 games, so I want to check out some of the different games. They had little advertisement that said they're coming out with some kind of Sonic game next month. So Theo's like, I want to play that one, and I'm like, it's not out yet. Gotta go next month. But
I heard the Angry Birds game is pretty fun. I played that. Have you played that one?
yeah, it's weird though because it's I don't know, it's almost like the better you hit the ball, the worse you do at that game. So really, it's definitely for like Theo did better at that one because he didn't really hit it that far. So
That's dope.
and they give him like kids clubs. So quick ad break. Support us with Patreon. We had Nikki Pantazzi's upgrade to tier 3. So thank you, Nikki, for supporting the Patreon. You can also use code DannyD for 10% off Fit Butters. I officially have every flavor of Fit Butters now.
I want to try it, bro.
It's good, man. They just dropped white chocolate macadamia, so gonna try that soon. I've tried half the flavors now, so I will say that they're not all equally good. There's definitely ones that are better than others. Banana maple French toast is back in stock, so there's that. I know we talked about that being out of stock like a week or 2 ago. And use G Fuel code DannyD for G Fuel. You get 10 to 30% off. That's 10% off merch, 20% off everything else, and 30% off pre-orders and newly launched flavors for like the first 3 days. They just announced a new Naruto flavor. It's strawberry matcha, which the blueberry lemon matcha was really good. It's like a green tea type of thing. It's really good. The lemon blueberry matcha was really good in milk. So looking forward to trying that one. I know that's gonna be fire. And we have 3 giveaways this week because it is halfway through the month, and halfway through the month they give away a tub of G Fuel. to both the U.S. giveaway and the international giveaway. So starting off with the Halloween Blu-ray giveaway of the week. All right, I got it. This week it is Megan,
Ooh.
unrated edition. Highly recommend watching the unrated edition. It's much more bloody. And that is going to G Lincoln, our newest member of the Patreon. So congratulations, G Lincoln. I will be reaching out soon, within the next 24 hours, to get this sent out to you ASAP. Next week, we're going to be giving away The Black Phone, which is a really good rated R horror movie where Ethan Hawke plays a serial killer. He's super creepy.
I like that movie.
Yeah, we saw that one in theaters.
Yeah.
It was a good one. And then for the G Fuel giveaways, they're, of course, Halloween-themed flavors. Because I had to. We got a tub of Chucky Good Guys. Focus. There we go. Tropical Blood Orange. And that is going to Nikki, who just upgraded to Tier 3. So this is his first G Fuel giveaway, and he won. So congratulations, Nikki. I will also be reaching out to you within the next 24 hours. And then last but not least, for our international giveaway, we didn't have anybody who actually lives international enter, but it is eligible to whoever is in that tier. So congratulations, Super Dude 01. You won a tub of Dream Demon, which is a tart fruit punch. It is slightly different than regular fruit punch, and it is inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street. So, you know, Freddy Krueger.
What is that?
Congratulations. Yeah. Freddy's coming for you. It's like a cat. Anyways, shout out again to Nikki Pantazis for upgrading to Tier 3. Thank you guys for continuing to support the Patreon. It has honestly been super humbling to see how many people are willing to pay money every month to like hang out, support the podcast. It helps me pay Chris every month because he's the one who edits the podcast and gets it up for you guys. Also, thank you to Chris for doing that because it is very tedious, but it's a necessary evil. On to our Patreon questions. So every week, if you're a part of the Patreon, you can put your questions on there for us to answer. Starting with Tommy Slays. If you could give your younger self advice, what would you tell him? I guess we are all hims. So, yeah, I guess I'll start. I would just say, keep going. Don't give up. Maybe don't stress so much. I definitely am a person to stress a lot. So I feel like I definitely believe that quote. I don't remember the exact quote, but it's basically like 80% of the things you stress about are in your head and aren't even actually problems. So, yeah, don't stress so much. Don't give up. Keep going. It's all going to be okay. What would you say, Chris?
Invest in Bitcoin.
Your younger self.
Invest in Bitcoin. That's like all I would do. 'Cause, yeah, man, you see it's almost at like 70K right now. Like, Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah, it's at like 68. I don't know. I'll check while Giancarlo answers.
What would you tell your younger self, Giancarlo? Don't buy so many acting classes.
No, don't buy so many acting classes, bro. Stop. Like, don't.
You took like 40 or 50 classes in like a 3-year period, right? That's got to be a record. 2?
No, I don't think it was a 3-year record. That 3-year record. 3-year period, bro. It was
2?
A 10-month period, bro.
Oh!
I didn't even know you could take it. Dude, you were just constantly in class then.
Dude, I was just like Monday through Friday type of deal, bro. Like, it was like, I remember, huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think, yeah, it was like a Monday through Friday thing. I was like Monday, as soon as I got out of school, at the time I was in high school. So like, acting class would start at like, probably at 6, and 6, 7, 8, 9, they would end at 9. And then the next day, and then I would like, on the weekends, I would take 2 classes. Well, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, I would take 2, 4, 6. So I would take like about 8 different classes on the weekend. So 2 a day practically, like 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. And it was like one started from like, I think it started from 10 to 12, and then the other acting class started from 1:30 to like 6, and then this 6 to like 9.
I mean, you won awards, so I mean, can't say it wasn't worth it. But I'm sure if you're taking that many classes at like the same school, there's definitely like diminishing returns. But can't say it didn't pay off. I mean,
I'm happy with the results.
hell yeah.
But don't do that.
Yeah, what would you tell your younger self? That, or
just keep grinding, keep up the good work, and like just have a good work ethic, keep up the grind, and don't stop, and go one more day.
hell yeah.
For anyone who's curious right now, Ethereum is only at 2.6K.
Wow, Ethereum's not doing so hot then.
No,
I would have been over 3.
Bitcoin's been pumping like crazy lately. There's like, do you guys hear the construction outside?
I heard somebody like,
yeah, it's dun. That's all I hear right now. But
somebody getting injured.
I want to add one more thing as well for you.
No, we're moving on. No, I'm just kidding. What?
No, I say embrace curiosity and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah, don't be afraid to make mistakes is a huge one, because I think one of the things that holds people back from taking risks and trying something new is being afraid of, doing it wrong and embarrassing yourself. But
exactly,
I would say like 99% of things, like it's impossible to be good at something the first time. You have to try and fail and learn from mistakes, because that's how it works. Also, I think anything worth doing is hard and not easy for a reason. You know what I mean? Otherwise, everybody would be good at it and it wouldn't be worth pursuing. Like, I think a lot of people look at film and they go, "Oh man, like how acting looks easy. You just memorize some lines and show up and do it." And if that's your mindset, you're definitely gonna have a big wake up call. Because it's so much more than that.
Definitely gonna embarrass yourself. I'll tell you much.
Like I can't tell you how many times on the sets that I've been on where people just can't hit their mark. Like you literally have to hit a mark while you're saying your lines and doing actions, and maybe like, I don't know, taking a bag off your shoulder and taking something out. Like you have to be a really good multitasker.
Can I tell a story? What happened on one of the sets that I was in? No, okay.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, bro.
No. So, like going back to the, like this. I remember when I was shooting Better Call Saul. There was this one actor. I'm not gonna say names, and if you ever see this guy, I'm sorry, bro. You know who you are. I'm just
Bob Odenkirk.
No.
Yeah.
So we were on that, the scene, and the actor for some reason had this like big head, like he was just like an ego, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever you guys do is super easy, blah 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 blah." And I think he was a background, and he was standing right behind me. Right, he was supposed to stand behind me, and for some reason,
It popped up again.
Oh, dang.
Go ahead. No, it's just funny.
So he was, I think he was supposed to stand behind me and something like that. He was supposed to stand behind me, and I guess Vince Gilligan wasn't paying. I don't know. He was so focused, and then this guy did something that pissed off the cinematographer, and got yelled at by the cinematographer. And it was like everybody just stood like dead silence on set.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody does something wrong or is just like, I don't know, wasting time, it gets really awkward.
Yeah, I know. It was just a little embarrassing story.
Giancarlo, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go like this?
Do this?
See, that one doesn't. There.
I thought maybe when he was going like this, it would,
Yeah, I was thinking this would probably do something. You gotta hold it up for a bit, see if it does it.
he goes like this, and it like. But,
There it is.
Does it do this? There you go.
dude, that's crazy.
What about what about this? Try doing that.
I don't know if it does that.
We're in the future, bro.
No.
Yeah,
it
no.
doesn't.
For that. Actually, yeah.
Do
flip us
this.
off and see if
Do
it pops
this.
up.
No, nothing.
No.
Oh yeah, flip us off.
This? Don't show that on the
I thought maybe something would pop up. Anyways, on to our next one. Super Dude 01, winner of the Chucky tub, or sorry, winner of the Dream Diva tub, says, "What's your favorite, pie or cheesecake?" Pie, hands down. I love pie, man. Like
Wait.
a tier dessert.
Well, what kind of pie?
Any kind of pie, whatever your favorite
pecan
is.
pie.
I cheesecake to me is just like, it's so dense. Like it has to be really good for me to like it. And it's like cheesecake is. It's just like a, I don't know,
It's like a cake made of cheese.
it's a fattier cake. You know what I mean? Like it's heavy, like dense. It has to be good.
And I feel like it only has like just that flavor. There's like no other explorations of flavor. It's just that cheesecake.
Yeah.
Like pie, you have pecan pie, pumpkin pie.
I like lemon meringue pie,
Oof.
banana cream pie, apple pie. Oh my gosh, Dutch apple pie, where it's got like the crumble on top.
Yeah, see,
oh my gosh.
I would say like a good apple pie beats a cherry pie, but
Oh, definitely.
but like cherry pie is really hard to mess up. Like
Yeah.
I think cherry pie is just like generally a good pie, whereas apple pie can be kind of bland sometimes. Like if you get a good apple pie, it's like totally worth it.
You could also have like bad apple filling.
Yeah.
I've had that before where I bite into a piece of apple pie and it's like a bad piece of apple. And it's like, bro, what did you do? Purposely use like apple that was going bad?
You know,
Try and salvage it, save it.
really
You
quick.
cheap ass.
I wanna schizo rant about apples, because
Okay.
have you guys ever had yellow apples?
No.
Been a long time.
Dude, they suck.
Yeah.
They're super starchy. It's like you bit into sand. It's the worst thing I've ever had. And what makes me even more mad is in second grade, I missed one day. And they try red apples, green apples, and yellow apples. And everyone's like, yellow apples are the best. These are great. And I try a yellow apple after 12 years of thinking about this day, and they suck. So I just want to say,
What's the best apple?
best apple is probably just red, bro. Red apples. Now, granted, there's different kinds of red apples. In fact, you know, Binging with Babish.
I can't remember what it is, but
He like makes food on YouTube.
Gala crisp.
He did a video where he ranked like the best apples.
What do you say the best was? The
I don't remember, but he also like he tried like crab apples. Those sucked apparently. They're like super tiny. They don't taste very good, but they're usually used for, I think, apple pies. I think it's what they're used for.
I mean, I like medium-sized apples. I feel like you have the best, like, because you get those really big red apples and it's like just water.
Yeah.
Bite into that thing, it's just water. Green apples I like every once in a while, but I have to really be in the mood for something tart, you know.
I haven't had candy apples in a while.
Anytime I have like a little Honey Crisp or a Gala apple, I'm like, I'm healthy. I don't know.
No, that's
It's like that growing up,
Just
like an apple a day,
bro.
doctor away.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about like.
I just don't like the green apples.
Not at all.
Way too sour, bro.
I think green apple as a flavor is awful. Like green apple, like Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I don't want that.
I like it, but the problem is it makes your breath smell bad.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's got to do with like the acidity level of it or something. Acidity level. Acidity.
A sissy.
A sausage.
Anyways,
a sus among us. Is that what he said?
I'm going with pie. I think pie is so much better. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
No, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with pie.
Yeah, but Ben would say cheesecake.
Oh yeah, because of the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember. I remember didn't he? Who bought a cheesecake for the Pollo Loco set, bro? And he like chugged it or something, right? I think it was.
Chugged it.
He just,
It just inhales the cheesecake.
I love you, Ben. I think, but yeah, I think I saw him do that for it.
just call him out, exposed Ben for inhaling a cheesecake.
Dude, I don't remember that at all, man. She was a blur.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gabe Dudis 2 asks, "What's your favorite horror film on Netflix of 2022?" That's very oddly specific. Let me look up 2022 horror films. And I mean, I will say that I don't think I don't think Netflix is the first thing I think about when I think of horror. Smile came out that year, which is really good. Pearl.
But on Netflix?
I don't know. That's the thing. Is like if I look up on Netflix, I think barely anything's gonna pop up. Yeah.
There is
Wasn't
toxic. There's like nothing, bro. Nothing on Netflix. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you for Netflix specific. I mean, the only thing I see is Pearl. I don't know. I think Talk to Me was 2023. I guess I'll go with Pearl because that's the only one that I see that was on Netflix. In 2022. So. Or I guess Scream 5 was on there. I'll pick Scream 5. But yeah. Okay. Overall, my favorite horror movie that year was Barbarian, though. I really liked Barbarian.
Oh yeah, Barbarian was good. We saw that together.
Yeah. That was a good one. Some really scary imagery in that one for sure. Nikki asks, "What TV series or movie are you most looking forward to?" Stranger Things. Definitely Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Peacemaker season 2. Excited about that.
Squid Game.
I don't think Squid Game is gonna live up to the hype.
No?
No. I don't think they can catch lightning in a bottle twice.
The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposed to be the last season, right?
I thought so, but then I remember hearing something about like they're doing another season afterwards or something like that. I don't remember.
I mean, they have spin-offs.
That might have been what it was.
Is The Boys season 5 the last season? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then probably The Boys. But also Stranger Things, is that supposed to be the last season as well, right?
Yeah, we're probably gonna get that in like. Well, they're probably gonna split that bitch up into like 3 or 4 parts.
Dude, I hope they don't.
Episodes at a time.
I hope they don't do that crap where it's like, oh, this is the mid-season finale.
I think it's the perfect time to bring back weekly releases, man. I think if they did a weekly release of Stranger Things, it would kill. It would kill.
No, I want to binge it.
I don't. Each episode's gonna be like a movie.
How long are each episode's gonna be? Like an hour long or something like that?
Hour plus, yeah. Or I saw something like an hour 20 minutes plus for each episode or something. Supposedly, they're still filming, man. They're taking a whole year to film that bitch. It's crazy. It's probably like one of the longest productions for a season of television ever. Yeah, I guess that answers that question. Oh, Cal says, "What games would you like to see adapted into a movie or TV show?"
Man,
I'm looking forward to BioShock. That's supposed to be a movie, but
that was the
probably
question.
Gonna go bad. It'll probably be bad.
What was the question?
What games would you like to see adapted into a movie or TV show? Grand Theft Auto.
No, BioShock's a good one.
Far Cry.
I want to see Resident Evil made right. They have not made it right yet. That TV, The second part of his question was which movie or TV shows do you think did a great job portraying a game, and which ones did a bad job? The Resident Evil show that was on Netflix was awful.
Fallout show was really good.
Fallout show was very good. Last
I mean,
was pretty good.
What about
For
Far
what it
Cry?
is.
I could see
Yeah,
Far.
I mean, Far Cry could make a good TV show. I feel like those games are long, so a movie would be
Yeah,
like, an action movie with Far Cry stamped on it. So
that'd be cool.
what
Something like-
else? I mean, they've already done Silent Hill, which I hear the new Silent Hill's really good. Ooh, Dead Rising could be a good TV show.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though like Dawn of the Dead is very similar, because Dawn of the
Last
Dead is
of
like
Us.
them stuck in a mall. The Last of Us, do you like that?
Was
Already
there
out.
was there an Assassin's Creed movie? No,
Yeah,
there was?
it was Kaka. So was Prince of Persia.
Huh. I don't know, man. Freaking Sea of Thieves.
These, um.
Call of Duty. No, I'm
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I really want to see a Call of Duty movie. I think if they do it right, that could be really badass. It has to be rated R.
I would honestly say for Call of Duty, maybe even a show. Because you have to think it's like each episode is a level.
It would probably be like Jack Ryan or something. It was a
Something
show.
like that, yeah.
Because I could so okay, if we're gonna talk
I want
about
it to
Call of
be
Duty,
like a blockbuster movie.
I think the original zombie storyline could totally be adapted into like a show or something. 100%. But they would never do that.
Ooh, I would really like to see The Forest. I think they could do a really good job with The Forest if they know how to adapt
Yeah,
it.
I think they do a better
Just
job
when
of
they have a story.
they do a better job of explaining the actual plot in a show.
Yeah, it's just like you crash on an island and there's cannibals. But there's like, dude, the new one. You remember, Chris? We were exploring caves and it was legitimately scary.
Yeah, well, because wasn't there like literally an enemy that would like throw babies at you or something like that?
Yeah,
Like Jesus Christ, dude.
like mutant babies.
Yeah, and then the mutant babies would like hit you. They would like flip around on the ground and it would do damage. Yeah.
You or something.
Is that game still getting updated?
I think so. Yeah.
I remember
I don't know,
we stopped playing because you got a hang glider and then lost it.
Well, that game is legitimately hard at times. Like I've tried to like, you can go to like little village areas and they will just fuck you up. Like you don't even stand a chance.
That is
But
definitely.
they have these cases, and I'm trying to find the gun. You know, because they have guns in it. So I've yet to find a gun in that game.
Yeah.
Anyways, unless you guys have anything to add on there.
No, I think I'm good.
No, but I really want to see a Call of Duty. If you guys see this, just make a Call of Duty film.
Oh, I got a good one.
Been in development hell for a long time.
Yeah.
What?
Clash of Clans.
Clan?
Right on.
Freaking. What is that zombie game?
Plants vs Zombies.
That's just zombies. That could be
Yeah.
fun.
Well, they did. What's funny is
Dope.
that started out as a mobile game, and then it became like it was basically Call of Duty. It was
Yeah,
like
Garden Warfare.
Garden Warfare, and then Garden Warfare 2 came out,
I think
and
they have a third one now.
well, I know they made a third game, and it tanked. It was not very good. Like it was apparently like complete poo poo.
If they made that like a legit horror movie with like practical effects, that could be really cool.
Dude, that'd be super dope.
Like somebody,
Freaking zombies.
I ain't scared of no zombies. Walks outside and a freaking like plant just eats them.
Dude, I wish Dead by Daylight had a storyline.
They're working on a movie.
But I think I don't know. I
actually
don't know
wanted
what
to write something, but
I don't know what the plot of that game. I know there's like lore, but I don't know what it is.
I think I know what I would do, because they have all these like specific killers, right? It would be like Cabin in the Woods, but if it was like a game. So it would be like, all these rich people pay to have these people like kidnapped and put in like on a map with cameras, and like they specifically kidnap like engineering students and stuff because they have to repair these generators to open the gate.
Mhm.
And if they get out, then they like win money. There has to be some kind of incentive for them to like, also want to like win. Because that could make it competitive, or like people are like, tripping each other on purpose and stuff. I don't know. I like I said, they're working on a movie, and I feel like that idea that I just came up with is probably better than what they'll do. Because I don't know, man. People just, I don't know. It's they either try too hard to make it feel like you're playing the game, and then it has no story, or they try way too hard to turn it into a story, and it just feels like another movie with like a coat of paint on it. That's like, ooh, here's the Dead by Daylight skin on the movie, and it's like this could have been anything else.
Dude, part of me is really hoping that they roll things back with the Minecraft movie, and they decided to go the route that the Sonic movie did, where they were like, we're gonna listen to feedback and try and fix it. I doubt it'll happen because they spent way too much money on some
The
of
movie's
those actors.
basically done, yeah.
But
How was it? Have you guys seen the Minecraft movie? Is it bad?
No, just the trailer came out, and I don't think it's as bad as people say. I think the trailer
because you don't
itself
care
is
about
corny.
Minecraft, bro. You don't care about it. That's why.
What is
No.
there to care about? It's little bricks of dirt. There's no incentive to that game. You just build shit. It's like the same thing as painting.
Here's the
like
thing.
let's make a movie about painting.
Yeah, and you
Yeah, that's
understand
true.
that's what you just said is like
What, the Ender Dragon? Don't put that
Anyways,
in there. Don't worry.
What I'm saying, okay, is that game means a lot to a lot of people. Like that, for example, that was a big part of my childhood. Like that was like the first computer game that I actually like got to play and like got really into, right? Like for you, it's probably like RuneScape or something or Club Penguin. I don't freaking know, but you had
Club
you
Penguin.
yeah
Club Penguin.
yeah
Jeez.
like
I remember those
that
good old days.
that game is like if you're like, oh man, like I don't really know how to be creative, right? That's a great way for people to figure out like how to express that part of themselves. It sounds very artsy fartsy, I know, but like genuinely, there's people who like get super deep into that game because they realize like, oh my god, like you can build so much stuff in this. People build not only like, oh, I made a house that's really pretty, or oh, I made this giant statue, or I made this like landscape that looks very natural, but it looks gorgeous, right? People also make like computers in that game, bro. Like they made an AI in Minecraft using the electrical like system they have in that game, the redstone. They do all kinds of crap in that game, and so I think just putting Jack Black and Jason Momoa in there, and they're like, oh yeah, this is fine. It's like, are you serious, man? Like people have been making Minecraft animations forever, but no one's had like the budget to make a really good one, and they just completely missed opportunity there. It's so annoying that they did that.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's either gonna be a huge bomb or it's gonna be a huge hit. I don't think there's any in between.
All I'm gonna say is like the Lego movie, you could make the same statement about, oh, it's just little blocks, right? But like they still made great movies with that.
I mean, the first one, I don't think anybody remembers the other ones.
Well,
the Lego Batman movie is fine, I hear, but
Yeah. Well, then you have like like the Lego games.
but the Lego
too.
movie was like almost, it was like borderline a musical.
You know what I liked a lot is that Mario movie, bro.
Yeah, there was so much music and singing in that movie, dude. It
In
literally
the
starts
Lego
out with,
movie.
yeah, it literally starts out with that huge "Everything is Awesome" sequence. Remember?
Yeah, that doesn't make it a musical, dude.
I said borderline a musical. It's like Joker. Joker 2 is like barely a musical.
How many? What the?
How was Joker?
It was fine.
Nah. Not as good as a good one as the first one.
No, nowhere near as good as the first one, but not terrible like people said. It's totally watchable. People act like it's not watchable.
I honestly am still thinking about the musical thing. That seems like complete BS about the Lego movie.
There's a lot of music in Lego movie.
Yeah, but there was a lot of music in Deadpool. It doesn't make it borderline a musical.
No, there's like the opening sequence of Deadpool. That's like it.
Of Deadpool 3?
Mm-hmm. That's the
Dude.
only song I remember that they like danced to.
but there's like whole montages where it's just music that's like I mean there's like the whole
It's called a montage.
yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna have this debate. I haven't seen a Lego movie in like freaking years, but I don't remember it being a musical. I think I would have remembered it being a musical because I was more worried about the freaking.
I didn't say it was a musical. I said it was borderline a musical. They've literally talked about turning it into a musical because of how much music's in that movie.
Jesus.
There's a difference. I didn't say it was a musical.
I love what I'm seeing here. I love this.
Borderline a musical.
Brothers.
See, so this I look up, is the Lego movie a musical? And I hate hold on.
Not a musical.
Hold on. Shut up. Hold on. So what I hate about I'm gonna go on a small rant. So this Google AI crap sucks. Okay, I look up. I know, but it says yes, the 2014 animated film, The Lego Movie, features music. Yeah, no, duh.
All right, let's move on. Tyler Moen, one of our biggest supporters, he's been a co-producer for a long time now. He asks, with spooky season, he has a question for each of us. With spooky season upon us, what is my favorite candy? If we're talking chocolate, probably Reese's or Kit Kat. I love Kit Kat. If we're talking about like anything other than chocolate, probably Nerds gummy clusters. That shit fire. Although I haven't been eating a lot of candy, man. Sugar puts me to sleep now. Ever since I went keto, like I'm super sensitive to sugar. I'll literally like fall asleep after eating sugar. I had that pineapple under the sea frosty and like literally woke up on the couch like I had blacked out.
Jesus.
It just makes me tired. It literally makes me like crash. What's up?
Ferrero. If we're talking chocolate, Ferrero chocolates.
Oh, those are really good. For Chris, he says, you talk about mods a lot in video games. Do you have any favorite mods? It can be for any game.
So, my favorite mod of all time is there's a mod for Fallout New Vegas that adds a radio station that's like they just take characters from the game and they use AI to like make like episodes of the Joe Rogan podcast. So like it'll be like Joe Rogan interviewing like Caesar from Caesar's Legion. And he's like
you showed me that and it was legitimately cool and like funny. I was like, that's somebody's very creative for doing that.
Yeah.
And like making it work like that.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like it's the fact that fits so well into like those like I don't know why there's not more podcast mods for Fallout because they literally have built-in radio stations. Like it makes so much sense.
I got a question for you guys. It's unrelated, but because you brought up Joe Rogan, you guys think Trump's gonna go on Joe Rogan? He says that he is, but Joe Rogan.
I have a feeling he is.
They said if he's going to, it's got to be within like the next week.
Yeah. Well, also, I think Kamala Harris said she wanted to, or she was in talks to go onto the podcast, but then she did some interview recently, and apparently it was like really bad, and so now they're saying she won't.
Really, like, she did 2 interviews. One of them was really bad. Like the interviewer just kept saying, "You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question."
Oh,
and like
snap.
it got really awkward. And like every time she would say something, it was like Fox News, so of course they like, you know, they fact check the shit out of her and like try to make her look bad. But she was on another thing like 60 Minutes, and 60 Minutes like straight up released clips and was like, we had to edit the hell out of her answers. And so it would be like this long thing that's like not making any sense, and then they would show what they released and it's like one sentence. And so it looked really bad. I mean, Trump is up in the polls by like 2% now, like as of today.
That's crazy.
Although I don't know, man. I don't trust those polls at all.
Yeah, neither do I.
Me neither.
But I think Bobby and I are gonna go vote early, try and beat the rush. Early voting's open now, so.
Yeah, well, because it's crazy. Like it's.
We're like 18 days away.
Yeah, it's a little over 2 weeks, so it's.
When are elections? On the 5th, right?
I'm gonna get a fucking Little Caesars pizza, get my Call of Duty XP, and we're gonna watch the election.
Dude, oh man,
we're gonna talk about Call of Duty soon.
Oh, but, it's almost here, bro.
I know, we're a week out. Giancarlo, Tyler says, I know you're a big fan of horror movies. I'm pretty sure he's being sarcastic. What horror movies will you watch, and what horror movies do you absolutely stay away from? Like, what kind of horror movies do you like, and which ones are you like, nah, I ain't watching that?
I'm actually, I like, I went to go, I saw Smile for the first time, and I actually liked it.
The ending of that one is so fucked, man.
Dude, it's twisted, man.
Pure nightmare fuel.
I saw that, and watch, man. It's scary, and so I'm excited to see Smile too. But the movies that I would probably stay away from is that one movie that you and Jorge went that I didn't want to go see, is The Exorcist or something like that.
Oh yeah, you don't like demonic stuff, huh?
Nah, probably this one is demonic as crap, but
yeah, but it doesn't like focus on the fact that it's like demonic. It's not like religious or anything like that. Yeah, Giancarlo tends to not like super religious horror stuff. I've noticed. But Chris, Smile, the whole movie, you don't see what is like tormenting them and killing them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the very end, you see like this really tall like person creepy thing, and you're like, that's what's scaring them. Like, that's not very scary, but it's still pretty messed up. And then the last last couple minutes of the movie, they finally reveal what the thing looks like, and it was full on practical effects. One of the scariest things I've seen in a long time. And I'm hearing early reviews say that Smile 2 tops the first one in like every way. And they're calling it one of the scariest movies of the year.
Isn't Smile the reason that stupid bundle got added to Modern Warfare 3, where like
Hey man, that's good marketing. I don't care. It's better than Cheech and Chong being in the game for no damn reason.
Or Nicki Minaj.
Did you see like if you killed somebody as Cheech and Chong with the tracers, it turned them into a giant like joint?
Well, I know there was a finisher in Vanguard where if you're playing as Snoop Dogg, you can kill somebody by like blowing your weed smoke in their face.
Yeah,
but, it's
Hello.
Some of those bundles, man. They're just... Anyways,
bro, that monster's scary, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at the pictures.
I don't want to say anything though, because if you haven't seen it, it's best to not know what it looks like or anything, because it was worse than anything I could have imagined. And it was such a good fake out. On to our next topic, which is a perfect segue. Black Ops 6 comes out in 1 week from today, man. 1 week,
dude.
You should play.
Are you gonna get it? You gonna get it, Giancarlo? Okay, because we're gonna be playing the shit out of it in the Patreon for sure.
I think I pre-ordered it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so.
Hell yeah.
My brother's birthday. I think I did, yeah. Or something. Yeah, I think I did.
I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
They've been teasing stuff like every week. Apparently, a week after launch, Nuketown and Infected is getting added. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to try zombies.
I just love, dude, like
I'm worried zombies won't live up to the hype, though, if I'm being honest.
Well, it'll never be the same as it used to be, but the thing is, like, okay, to me, like, the marketing plus the fact that they've been like responding to feedback like pretty consistently, like the number one thing people were like, oh, the UI for zombies sucks, like it's they're like, this is just the Warzone UI but for zombies, right? Well, then they changed stuff. Like, just they added a few things. They made some specific animations just for zombies. And sure, it's not quite the same as like if you were to play like Black Ops 3 and it has its own like completely custom UI, but it means that they're listening. And then the people were complaining, oh, the atmosphere of this Liberty Falls map is like not zombies at all, right? So what did they do? They straight up changed the skybox just so it was a little bit more gloomy, and then they added more like gore decorations around the map. Because they were like, you guys want more atmosphere? Okay, we're gonna at least try and help out with that. So they're doing stuff to like, you know, make sure that the fans are happy, and it's kind of like refreshing because most of the time, you know, you tell a developer, oh man, like this sucks, we don't like this. They're like, okay. Anyways, so we're adding this new feature, and it's like, that feature's not what I asked for. I asked for you to fix this thing. Stop adding crap that I don't care about, you know? Um, so
I saw them talking about something to do with the perks.
they well, as far as let's do things with the perks. So with the UI, they made the perk icons like closer together, which I was like, that's fair. Like I guess I understand that, but that's not really that important. The thing that was really interesting is they have this new feature called augments.
Yeah,
So
that's what it was.
so with that, you can choose two modifiers. You have your majors and your minors for your perk. So for example, Jug, like you can get like I think either you can get more health, you can have it so that if you get hit from behind, then you don't take any damage, but if you get hit from the front, then you take normal damage. Which there's like a trade-off with that one. And then there's one where I think it makes it so that it'll like stun zombies when your armor breaks. And then you have a couple minors that are like, I think it's like, oh, your armor has more durability, or like you absorb, or you take less damage when you do get hit. What are you making that face for? What? I like look down or something. I look up and you're just making this weird face. Um. Anyways, but like they have these augments, and it's like now you can really like customize your stop it. Stop it. You can customize your setup, and it's more than just, oh, I chose to bring in this gun, or oh, I are you okay, man?
Giancarlo's making me laugh. I'm sorry.
But you can customize your setup in zombies like a lot more than you used to be able to. Like I think the closest we ever got was like do you remember World War II zombies where you could like choose like an ability, and then you could choose like certain, it's like you kind of had the gobblegum things, but it wasn't gobblegums, and you had that.
Yeah.
Like I think that, honestly, that might be like the closest that I've ever seen as far as like making a full-on loadout. But this is like, I'm actually very interested, and because you have the augments for your perks as well as you get the gobblegums, so
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of customization there.
I've actually thought about streaming the campaign.
I
might.
would, I would, I would
Just
do
the
it
campaign.
because people seem to really want to like watch that, see if the campaign is worth actually playing.
Y'all know how
Yeah.
long the campaign is gonna last?
I heard it's 10 missions, so probably like 4 hours or 5 hours or something.
Well, 'cause how many missions was Modern Warfare 3? Wasn't it also 10 missions, but they were all like really short?
Well, the problem was like half of them were like open world missions where you could kind of like do things in the order you wanted, and that just made it so like weird. It just didn't feel like a Call of Duty campaign. Felt very half-assed. Um, so are we getting 2 zombie maps on launch?
Yep.
And so like one's a smaller one and one's a bigger one, or do we not know yet?
I don't know if one's smaller and one's bigger. I just know that one of them is a little bit more like, this is like think of it like Shadows of Evil and the Giant from Black Ops 3. So you have like your map that's meant for like, oh, this is more complicated, right?
Was Shadows of Evil the one on the boat?
No,
that
that's Voyage of
Black Ops
Despair.
4?
That's Black Ops 4. Yeah. So Shadows of Evil is the one where you're in the city in
Kinda
like
liked-
the 1920s.
Kind of liked Voyage of Despair.
Dude, if any like
a hard
actual
map, though.
well, if any actual zombies fan heard you say that, they would like hate you for it. Black Ops 4 was awful, man.
I don't care.
Dude, Black Ops
I thought
4,
the map was okay.
the best map in that whole game, in my humble opinion, okay? Classified.
I don't even know what that is.
That was the 5 remake they did, where you're playing as the original crew, but on 5. And you could actually set up the teleport to pack a punch in the original 5. You go to like the meeting room, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
But in classified, it would actually have a teleporter that would take you to Area 51, and so it bridged the gap between like
Yeah.
Shangri-La and Moon. So it explains how they actually got to Area 51 so they could go to the moon. That was
Yeah.
like so cool to me, dude.
But isn't one of the maps kind of like transit or something like that they talked about? Am I tripping?
That was like, I think whoever was spreading that information like just misinterpreted something, because the only thing that's like kind of transity about the whole map is that there's the jet gun on it, and that's Liberty Falls.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I am like I said, I might stream the campaign just because it's, I don't know, something to do, and I feel like the campaign it's fairly easy to like play a campaign and read chat, whereas with multiplayer,
Yeah.
not so much and stuff. So I'll do that possibly. I streamed the other day just chatting, and it was super chill. I think we had like 75 viewers on
Wait,
YouTube. I
what?
didn't even look
Oh,
at how
on
many on Twitch.
YouTube, I didn't realize.
Yeah, I'll stream it, but I literally disconnected my Kick. Fuck Kick. I don't care about it. The piece of shit platform.
Are you still doing Twitch though, or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
Twitch and YouTube. But Kick is a cesspool. I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, better off doing a
Um,
freaking Rumble or some crap, bro.
But I'm definitely I'm gonna get some Little Caesars. Giancarlo, they're doing Little Caesars where like you enter in the code from the box online or your receipt.
Like
and,
a bunch of XPs or something like that.
They have like a bunch of different things you can get.
Is that deal still going, or is it already going? I mean,
It hasn't started now.
oh,
It'll probably start the day that the game comes out.
okay.
Some stuffed
I'm ready.
crust.
I'm-
What is it? Extra most bestest stuffed crust. Oh,
I'm ready,
Oh.
bro. I'm ready to just
I like Little
eat
Caesars,
nothing
man.
but Little Caesars. Well, so Little Caesars when it's fresh is so good. If you put it in the fridge for like a couple days though, it gets grody.
Just put it in the toaster oven. It's good.
No shot.
I do it all the time.
I used to do it a lot
It honestly
too.
makes the bottom a little more crispy too.
Dude, it gets so dry and like nasty.
I dip mine in crazy sauce, so being dry has never been an issue for me.
Oh.
Cause I get that bitch wet with the
Okay.
with the crazy sauce.
Jesus,
I get it,
bro.
Crazy, man.
Little Caesars. I'm gonna stop. But dude, I am actually like curious how fast I'm gonna get to Prestige 1.
Dude,
I'm gonna play
I'm
this
so
shit
happy.
multiplayer.
I'm so happy they brought back
That's
the
Prestige.
prestige crap, because that's man. That's,
Did they confirm what the max level is? Is it 55 again?
I think it's 55. I don't remember.
I think 55 is a good number. Anything more than that just feels weird.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the games it was like 70 or something like that. And it was just like, God, this is too much.
Dude, how many COD points do you usually get from completing the battle pass?
Like 2,000 or something.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole point is like if you buy the battle pass, you can get enough points to buy it again. Plus,
Because I think it's only 1,100 for the battle pass. So
so if you're not somebody who buys skins and all that stuff all the time, you could theoretically get the battle pass for free from the Little Caesars package, because that's one of the things you can win, and then just use those points to buy the battle pass every season, and there's usually 6 seasons.
yeah, so it says 1,400 is what you get. So
Oh, and
What
it's
else?
usually like 1,000 for the battle pass.
because I have 900 COD points right now, and so what I'm gonna probably do is play the crap out of Black Ops 6 when it comes out, and then get like 200 COD points, and then use that towards buying the battle pass. Because I think season 6 is still gonna be going on when Black Ops 6 comes out, and that's for like a week, and then season 1
I
comes
heard
out.
I heard they might not be doing that this year. We'll see, because I think people have complained that like they want to. I don't know.
It's
You can
also
look up and see.
it's also definitely different this year though.
Look it up and see when does season 6 of Modern Warfare 3 end. But on to our next topic. While he does that,
Oh, it ended yesterday. Yeah.
that's weird. So there's just like no season for the next week.
I guess.
God. Dude.
Oh
Modern
wait.
Warfare 3
Wait. Is that ranked play? Oh, it's ranked play. Okay. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna
what?
say, everybody's saying Modern Warfare 3 is going out with like a chart. Like it's just
It says
nobody likes it.
It says it's set to end November 6th.
Oh!
That's crazy.
That's like 2 weeks of no freaking battle pass.
Well, I haven't finished the battle pass, so that means that I at least get some opportunity for COD points, bro.
I guess, but I mean, you know how like. I guess it would count towards the.
I hope
I don't
it
want to
does.
buy the last. They're trying to get people to buy the last battle pass. Those sons of bitches. They're blood money. Anyways, like I said, we're seeing Smile 2 tomorrow night, and so my topic, before we wrap up the episode is, what is the best movie snack? I'm going with popcorn because that's an obvious choice.
100% popcorn. That's it.
I don't
soft
get
pretzels, bro.
Ooh, pretzels are good. Cinemark has pretzel bites that are pretty good.
Well, so I'm to this day incredibly disappointed in, and I'm gonna call him out. Harkins Theaters. What is your problem, man? You guys got rid of the garlic parmesan, okay?
It was so good.
I don't care that it made my breath smell bad.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care that it was probably a mess making it because you probably getting garlic powder and just dust everywhere. That crap was so good, and now I don't want to get pretzels anymore because you guys, all you have is salted, unsalted, and like the cinnamon sugar one, and that's like, I don't want that sometimes, bro.
I don't know. You don't know if it's Harkin's fault or the Bavarian Bros. Okay, it could have been the Bavarian Bros. The people who supply the pretzels that were just like, we're not selling enough of the garlic parmesan,
so just make your own seasoning.
Look, movie theaters do not make their own stuff. It's all supplied by.
That's not.
It's all outsourced.
So outsource their seasoning then, bro. Like, I'm just saying.
They get their stuff from Bavarian Bros. And companies are like, you have to do it this way. I will say, Cinemark, Giancarlo, have you gotten the pizza from Cinemark?
No.
So, Chris, it's Pizza Hut, right? But they make the pizza there. So it's better than Pizza Hut. It's honestly better.
It's crazy.
It's good.
Right off the tray sometimes.
It's good. Recently I've gotten it like twice. The Cinemark chicken tenders are pretty fire. They're pretty good. And you get 4 of them and they're like decent size. I have not gotten candy at the movies in so long though. I feel like even Theo doesn't really get candy at the movies anymore. He likes to get an icy and popcorn.
When I would get candy, I would get the Nerds ropes.
But do you guys ever get butter on your popcorn? I don't like that shit.
Nah.
It makes me feel like caca, and I don't like how gross it makes my fingers.
It hurts my stomach.
Yeah.
Are you talking
like caca?
Are you talking about butter or butter flavoring?
Most theaters have butter flavoring.
Yeah, because people have gotten in trouble for that before, where they're like, "Oh, would you like butter?" And it's like, it's not actually butter.
When I worked at Harkins, if they asked for real butter, you had to go melt butter. It was such a bitch.
I never had anybody ask for that, but
I did.
I hate it, and I get it. They would do it because then they get fresh popcorn. Oh, I don't want any salt on my popcorn.
Oh God.
I had someone tell me they were
cardboard.
I had someone tell me they were allergic to salt.
That's BS.
I know. I was like, that's not possible.
Your body has so much sodium in it. There's no fucking way.
So I didn't tell them that, obviously, but I was like, you lying.
Yeah, I know. The customer's always right.
Dude, well, I remember I got really pissed off one time because they were like, oh, I want fresh popcorn, and I'm like, oh, well, this batch like literally just got made, and they're like, I want to actually see you guys like make the batch, and I'm like, no, like I'm telling you, I will fill up a bag with popcorn, and you put your hand over it, and it's still hot. That means it's fresh.
I would just be like, you didn't see me walking up. I just dumped it. Like, you didn't see that? You weren't paying attention.
Dude,
get fired.
I hated working in the movie theater.
The most annoying thing to me was when they would say they want you to like layer the butter. I had one guy tell me, I literally want more butter than popcorn, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Just eating butter.
It's not even butter though. It's just chemicals. You know?
I would actually. So I would say my customer service was great when I worked there because I would.
Oh, mine was too.
I would specifically ask them. I was like, "Do you want your butter layered or on top?" And people would be like, "You can get it layered. I'll get it layered," and then I would just layer it for them. And so, like, people were like, "Oh, that's awesome! It's like no extra cost. I just get a bunch of butter. That sounds great." So I actually didn't care if they wanted it layered. I really cared more about if they were like, "I want a whole new batch because I'm greedy." And it's like, bro,
Mm.
like, please go to someone else's
I don't
register.
I don't know if it's different chain to chain, but I've noticed that like within like the last, I don't know, 5 years, I've never had somebody try to upsell me at the movies. Like if I got like a medium popcorn, they didn't ask me like, "Oh, do you want a large for like, 75 cents more?" I haven't had anybody do that. It's just crazy because at Harkins it was like required.
Yeah.
I would be like, they'd be like, "Yeah, can I get a small popcorn?" And I'd be like, "Would you like a medium for 50 cents more?" And they'd be like, "No, I said I want a small." And I'd be like, "Okay."
So
I'm just kidding.
I did hear a trick. I never did it personally, just because I don't think I had heard about it until after I actually like left. But what I heard was so I don't know if it was tracked or what. I assume, but I don't know. So yeah, they would always tell you you need to upsell, right? And so what some people would do at the register is someone would ask for a large, or they would ask for a medium, and they would pick the size below, and then they would press the button to increase the size. So it counted as an upsell, but they didn't actually upsell. So it made them look good.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, I would say like half the time it worked though. Honestly,
Yeah.
somebody would be like, "Really, a medium?" So yeah, I'll do that.
Well, because so the big thing
And
was,
then you ask him again. No, you were always told only to ask once.
so the biggest
know?
thing was the free refills that they used to do. Where you'd be like you tell them like, hey, like you're getting a medium, but if you get a large, you get
get a
like
free refill.
you get a free refill. So you're getting like a ton of popcorn for like just a little bit more. And they were like,
Yeah.
okay, but sometimes people were like, oh, I don't really need that much popcorn. And I'm like,
I'm getting popcorn for Smile too, for sure, man. That's a popcorn movie.
I haven't had like movie theater popcorn in a fat minute, bro. That's like Harkins has really good popcorn for
I don't
sure.
really like. I'm not crazy about Regal's popcorn. Cinemark has really good popcorn as long as it's not like the bottom of the fucking trough. Um, I still think the best popcorn I've had though is at the Netflix theater in LA. Because they have bottomless popcorn and they bring it to you in like a metal bowl. It looks like you're at your house.
Sick.
Flick's Brewhouse does that too, and theirs is really good as well. But there was something about actually, I think Flicks is better. I remember Netflix. I was the whole time I was thinking, damn, this is really good, but it's also really salty. I don't even remember what Harkins popcorn tastes like. And then I think AMC, like, they make a big deal about how they have like Orville Redenbacher popcorn, and it's like whatever.
So yeah, so you're telling me that I can just go to the store and buy your popcorn?
Well, it's the kernels or whatever. Like, I don't see how that really makes a difference, but apparently it does.
Yeah. Anyways,
but yeah, I think popcorn is the king of movie snacks for sure. But
nah, for me it's definitely pretzels, as long as they have good flavors.
well, most just have salted and maybe a sweet
God,
one. So
I want pretzels,
the
dude.
garlic parmesan ones are so good.
Wetzel's pretzels.
Is Wetzel's still around?
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. You know what the best part is? You can
I thought
actually
Auntie Anne's like took over.
you can order Wetzel's pretzels through like Uber Eats.
What if they Wetzel your pretzels though?
That's how I like them. I like them Wetzeled. I like my pretzels Wetzeled.
I mean, like the DoorDash driver or whatever, Uber Eats driver.
Like I said, that's how I like them, bro.
What does Wetzeling your pretzels mean to you?
What the heck?
It means whatever you want it to mean.
So you get a phone call. Hey, I'm just calling to see if I got the right address. And you're like, what are you doing? I just Wetzeled all over your pretzels.
Well, but dude, because Wetzel's pretzels, they have like you can get like a pizza bite pretzel. Like, it's so egregious in like what you're actually getting. Like, it's ridiculous. It's way too much, but it's so good. Oh man, I love pretzels.
Pretzels are good. Cinemark's pretzel bites are really good, but I've had some that like you can tell they've been sitting there like nobody bought them for a while, and so it's like they're like I've noticed that if pretzels sit there for too long, they like start to sweat. Have you noticed that?
What, pretzels?
The heck?
Yeah, like pretzels, like because it's like dough and shit. Like if they sit under like the heat lamp for too long, they like start to pick up condensation and
Well,
they get like wet.
because pretzels are usually like soft pretzels are usually steamed, aren't they?
I don't remember.
I
I
think they're
just know that
steamed.
I've gotten some like, wow, these are like kind of like moist almost, like
Because
they've been sitting there for a while.
the point is so that they that's what makes them soft is they have a lot of moisture in them. Because you get
But I
hard
like
pretzels, so they're just like
you
rocks
get
basically.
you dip them in the nacho cheese. That's the way to go. Salted ones.
I
You gotta
honestly
try
don't
that if you have it.
I don't care for that. Dude, so
You just eat a dry ass pretzel.
yeah, dude. That's
I mean,
100% what I do,
with the
man.
garlic parmesan, like the seasoning was enough, but with a regular salted pretzel, I gotta have something to dip in it, man.
Dude, freaking the pretzel crust from Little Caesars.
Oh,
Oh.
see, but I dip that in freaking cheese because they give you like cheese with it.
No, it literally has nacho cheese on the pizza. So,
Yes, the actual pizza has nacho cheese on it, but the pretzel crust, I dip it in something.
oh, see, I got pissed off about that because remember I specifically was like, oh, I don't want the nacho cheese, I want the regular cheese. But then they had a deal where it was the extra most bestest, and by default it would put it as the nacho cheese and not the regular cheese. And I had to like, I would order it, and I'm like, ah, oh, this is nacho cheese. And
I
so
don't know, Giancarlo, settle this. Do you dip pretzels in nacho cheese or just by itself?
I mean, cheese, I guess, yeah.
Hell
yeah.
He doesn't seem
I
super
would-
enthusiastic about that.
I mean, pretzels to me are kind of dry.
I told you. I mean, they're salty too, so it's
They're
like
way too salty. I'm not a big fan of pretzels. If I had other options, I'd go with the other option instead of pretzels. No offense.
all right.
So, okay, all I'm gonna say is, guys, comment down below if you want your pretzels wetzeled, okay? Like, I'm just saying.
Anyways, last little topic. Last time Giancarlo was on, Pollo Loco was not out yet. So I just wanted to take a moment to discuss or reflect on the success of Pollo Loco and the fact that it's at 31,000 views in less than 2 weeks. How you feeling about that, man? It is crazy, right? Like, I've had
Dude,
people tell me they've watched it 10 times, dude.
Who watched it 10 times?
Several people have.
Oh my gosh. Well, first and foremost, thank you. I love you. Whoever watched it 10
Come to
times.
Costco, I love you.
For everybody. For like literally everybody. Like, I'm super grateful, and it's crazy to see that our little idea, not mine, but also yours, is, crazy to see. It's crazy because, like, when was it? 2 years ago, we were in your car in the movie theater with this little notepad.
Yeah. This time, 2 years ago, we were literally like starting to plan it and get the crew, cast and crew together. And
as a matter of fact, I went back on the emails, and I was rewatching the actors that we were auditioning for Elisa. And so that brought some really cool nostalgia feeling and really like thoughts like I want to do this again, but if it just makes me really feel really proud of the film and proud of you and proud of everybody.
we're almost to 400 reviews on IMDb, and we're sitting at an 8.5, which is crazy. Like, I think Oppenheimer has like an 8.3.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, not saying it's better than Oppenheimer because it's not, but
For you, Oppenheimer.
the reception has been really good. Like I said, Letterboxd, I feel like there's a lot more trolls on there because we're almost to, I think we're at like 320 something reviews, and we're at like a 3.5, which is like a 7 out of 10, which is still really fucking good, especially for Letterboxd and how, like, I mean, I read some of the reviews on there from like people who are just like really nerdy about movies, and I'm like, Jesus, bro. Like, I one thing that I will say has been frustrating is like I see people comparing it to feature films.
Yeah.
And like, you can't compare a short film to a feature film. It's completely different. Like, I mean, think about it. If we made a feature film on the budget that we had for Pollo Loco, it would be caca, like 100% caca. It might have had its moments, but like a feature film on 30K is rough, man. We're talking about people who are literally like overworked for how much they're being paid, and like people are probably not happy to be on set.
What was the budget for the Blair Witch Project?
Probably somewhere around that,
Yeah,
like
see,
15 grand or something. I
and
mean,
then,
like
and that's a
Clerks was like 27K or something.
oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
But I mean, look at that shit. It's like black and white and like all in one location. You know, like Pollo Loco has like 4 locations or something.
Yeah, but I'm really happy though. It's crazy to see that. Like I said, going back to that, it's crazy to see that it hit 31,000. Our little interesting idea went boom.
Yeah, sorry, just got a text message.
No, you're good.
All right. But yeah, no, it's been really, really humbling to see people's reaction to it. I've been seeing a lot of comments on YouTube recently where people are like, dude, this is like a legit film. And it makes me proud that like that's how I know somebody's trolling, is they always say it's like it looks like an elementary school film, and I'm just like, bro, that makes no sense. Like, do you realize what you're saying is like pants on head dumb? Like, it just does not make any sense. Like, who's making films in elementary school besides being like at home with their phone? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had somebody say it looked like like it was shot on an iPhone SE, and I'm like, bro, you obviously haven't seen what an iPhone SE camera looks like, because it's pretty bad. Like that's just stupid. So like I said, you could pretty much tell when somebody's just like hating to hate. You know what I mean? Like totally just the hate is because they ain't us kind of vibe.
My cousins, shout out to my cousins if they ever see this, but I got a text from them, and haven't heard from these guys in a minute, but they said they gave me a solid review that they were so attached. Like I think they saw it like 3 times. I think that's what they told me, and they said that they were so, what do you call it, attached. They got so attached to the film, especially in that. Yeah, I almost spoiled it.
Yeah, I mean, I will say the film it's a slow burn. It's got like, it definitely starts out a little slow, because you have to be introduced to like the situation and stuff.
Exactly.
But once you get to like where Jorge's in the chair, like, bro, like that's where it really gets intense, and like, I mean, it's just like,
exactly.
It's literally me trying to do an exercise in tension and suspense, and delaying the climax and stuff like that, you know. I'm edging the audience.
I have a question. How do you feel about those edits that I've been doing?
A little post?
Yeah.
I think they're fine. As long as you're not showing, like really, yeah, nothing like that.
Here is the entirety of the garage scene in this one clip. Here you go.
Yeah. I posted me getting the G Fuel can out of the fridge. That was pretty funny. But yeah, man, it's been really cool to see that the film works, you know, and that dude, there's like 2 things that I've heard over and over and over again. 1, they wish it was longer, and 2, when are we getting a sequel? And I'm like, I know, man.
Yeah,
I know.
We gotta start brainstorming, bro.
I mean, I keep telling them I have ideas. I have an idea for a feature, where those characters show up again, and like like I very much have like a rough outline of like a trilogy of feature films that I could do surrounding those characters, where I'll say this because it's very loose details basically, and because I don't know if it'll ever happen, so here's just like something to maybe tease people if they really do want it. The first movie basically shows like the origin story of like Baby Spider's replacement. I'll say that, which is really cool. How I think it's cool how I do it, and like, or at least how it's written and stuff. That one I would say I have 2 of the scripts like half written, and I definitely that one that I just described with like the replacement. I want to go and finish writing that next probably. And then what I would like to do is make that, and then make my horror film, and then make like another one after that that would be focused on like a cop who's like dealing with like the drug problem in Albuquerque, and Pollo and Puppet are part of the problem. And then I have an idea for a sequel to the horror film. It's like about these people who are crossing the Mexico border, which would be really dope to do. And then the third film in that trilogy, the Pollo Puppet trilogy, is focused on them entirely, and like basically wraps up those characters like story in that universe. So if you want to see the Pollo trilogy, we got to get Pollo Loco to, you know, a couple 100,000 views.
I have
So
a
go do it.
question. I have a question, and you can edit this out if you want. But I was thinking, bro, like, you know, if it gets to a certain amount of views or something, I don't know if people want it, but if they want it, they can have my jacket if they want.
What do you mean, like auction it?
No,
Or like cut it up into
You
pieces?
like a giveaway or what?
Mhm.
A raffle?
I mean, if you want to, I think you should keep it.
Okay.
That's that. I mean, I would. I still have the axe and stuff, you know. Like, the axe is
Yeah.
right there. Like, I think it's just like a reminder of like where we came from, you know.
Yeah,
But
that's just something that I thought. I'm just like, I'm just curious.
You just go, yeah, if it
I
hits
mean,
a million
with
views.
feature films, they'll like sometimes they'll like auction off props or whatever, you know, to get some marketing budget or something. But
Yeah, not
Um,
auction, just you know, whoever wants it. But
I mean, I've literally seen people like cut pieces of wardrobe up and be like, "Oh, you can own a piece of the jacket that so and so wore," and it's like that's kind of cool, you know.
Hmm.
But
If it hits a million views, you take that empty G Fuel can and just that's that.
spit in it, and send it to
Yeah.
you. Somebody clones me.
maybe I'll give it away if it hits a million views. We'll see.
I mean, over like the course of like 2 or 3 years, that can very much happen. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, thank you for watching Pollo Loco. Continue to watch it. On to our movie/TV YouTube channel or like app recommendations. So Giancarlo, while you think of something to recommend to people, whether it's a movie, a TV show that you like, something that you wish more people would watch, Chris and I will go through ours. So I'm gonna recommend. Actually, Chris, you go first.
So this is a channel called Ordinary Things. It's I feel like I've talked about this channel before, but I don't know if I've actually like full on like recommended it. So his channel originally started out where he was just like picking random things and he was just talking about them. Like he was like, "Oh, like here is the history of Windows," right? Or here's a history of fedoras. Like stuff like that, right? And over time it became more about like here's like these sort of documentaries about like either businesses or like you guys remember the app like HQ where like you would tune in and it was live and you would do trivia and you could like win money or whatever. Like
Yeah, is that not a thing anymore?
yeah, I don't know if it's I don't think it's a thing anymore, but he was talking about when it actually like collapsed, like and what happened
Oh
with
wow.
that. So he did a video on that, and then like every year he does a video about like the kind of recapping what happened during that year, and he talked about the topics that like you'd expect, like I think last year he talked about the stuff with Ukraine and all the alien stuff that we dealt with last year. And he also talked about like smaller stories that you might not have heard about that were significant, but like may not have reached you. Like I think one year he talked about there was some coup that happened in some country in Asia, and he gave more context behind that because it's like I remember hearing about that, but like not understanding what was going on. So he kind of explained that. But he does a lot of stuff where it's like it's topics that you would never think about because they're so ordinary, and then he goes deeper into like, hey, like this is a thing that you should actually be thinking about.
Ordinary
Like,
things.
yeah, like diamonds
That's
and
cool.
sataelites and stuff. He talks about all kinds of stuff.
I'll
like
probably
that,
check
so.
that out, honestly.
Yeah, really good channel.
I feel like long form content's dying, man. If I'm being 100% honest, it's kind of sad.
This guy gets plenty of views, so I disagree.
Well, I think there's really big channels that still consistently get views, but if you look over time, they've slowly like, you know,
I think
views are going down
I think it depends on the long form
overall.
that you're talking about, because there you have short form, which is like your anywhere up to like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Then you have your medium form, which is like 10 to 20, and then you have your like long form, which is like 20 plus. And I see a lot of stuff that's like hours long does really well.
Well, okay, so for example, when Pollo Loco was in its festival run, I had a lot of filmmakers at festivals go, you should try to get your film on Amuleto since you're a content creator. Like you're a big YouTuber, so they'll probably put it on there. Amuleto is like one of those like, you know, prestigious like YouTube channels that basically like puts short films up and then like they split the profit like 50-50 with the filmmaker.
Like Machinima or some crap.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so I actually looked them up the other day because I saw one of the short films on the side channel, and I was like, oh, that's got over 1 million views, and then I realized that short film was for like 2 years ago, and I've seen like the last 100 films they've posted struggle to hit like 10K, and I mean they've got like 4 million subs, so I really do think that like unless you're a big content creator who constantly innovates and does new things, or you have a really loyal, dedicated audience and like the type of content you do is something where you never really run out of ideas and it's always something new and fresh. I think that's why we're seeing a lot of big content creators that have been around for a while retire or move on to different things.
Yeah.
Or try to find other ways to make money. You know? So I don't know. And I mean, the fact that YouTube Shorts is going to be up to 3 minutes now, which is apparently not a thing yet. It's like slowly rolling out.
No, I tried.
I have not uploaded yet.
I tried uploading a video that was like 1 minute and 10 seconds, and it was like, turn this into a short. And I was like, man, you guys announced this and you don't even roll it out yet?
I think it's gonna take till like November for it to actually work. They have to change everything. But I'm curious how that's gonna affect things, because to me, 3 minutes, like I've seen YouTube videos that are about 3 minutes long that are very informative and like really straight and to the point, and like sometimes that's what I'm looking for, is a video that's just long enough to like be informative but not long enough to where they can like freaking ramble and like, you know.
Yeah.
I hate when I watch a video where the title is like blah blah blah, and then you're like, bro, when are they gonna fucking talk about blah blah blah? Like we're just like, they're just running up the freaking runtime here. Anyways, Giancarlo, do you have a recommendation?
Or movies or anything like that?
Yeah, anything that you're like, oh, I wish more people would see this, or maybe people will like this.
Oh, you know what's the one thing I don't really hear a lot, or I don't know, but I just started watching was The Terminal from Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last episode you were on. Yeah, it's really good, right?
Beautiful. Beautiful. I haven't finished it just yet. Like I'm like one of the parts. I don't want to spoil it, but you know, it's where, yeah, it's really, really, really good. I loved it. I
think it's one of Tom Hanks' most underrated films, and it's Steven Spielberg as well.
Yeah.
So it's just really well made. Nice. That's a great recommendation. Because it's spooky season, I'm gonna recommend Terrifier 2 and 3. 1, if you dare. 1 is pretty gross and like gritty and doesn't really have a story, so it's like kind of just like watching a movie for the sake of kills. But I watched 2 with my dad, and he's like, it's not really like a scary movie. It's like a over the top slasher with like humor, like it's funny. And so we went and saw 3 at Cinemark. So that was really cool. It was funny. He was like, dang, because the seats reclined. And then as soon as we get back, he tells mom, he's like, they had recliners.
Yeah, because
Harkins still got that old shit, right?
I was about to say, yeah, so so I don't know what happened when you worked there, but when I worked there, they would always be like, yeah, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that, and then they would never get it. Like they said they were gonna turn the arcade into a bar, and they were gonna get like really nice seats in a couple of the auditoriums and stuff like that. And I should have had
into a bar.
somebody should have told me that they had actually replaced the seats in the bigger auditoriums. I go in there, nope. No,
Why?
I was like, man.
Giancarlo, did you see what they announced?
Which one?
Regal Windrock, the one with the IMAX.
No.
They're upgrading the seats. They're gonna have recliners now, including the IMAX, and they're gonna turn one of the auditoriums into a 40X. So like, for 40X, everybody said that Twisters was really cool because it felt like you're actually in a storm. So I'm like,
really?
Yeah, I'm excited that we're gonna have that. They're doing like 2 auditoriums at a time, so it's gonna take like a year for them to fully upgrade it. But that's good because that's the one thing I don't like about that theater is the seats are ass. Because they have all the good screens there. They have IMAX, RPX, ScreenX, which is where it's got like the wraparound screens, which are kind of a gimmick. But anyways, like you're like, they have the cool screens there, but they have the shitty seats. And then the other Regal at the Cottonwood Mall has the good seats, but the shitty screens and stuff. So it's just like, what the hell, So that's good that they're finally doing that. Because I think the IMAX seats are they're saying they're not gonna. I don't know if they're gonna recline fully or not. They might just have leg rests or whatever because they gotta put as many seats in there as they can. But either way, like that theater is long overdue for an upgrade because otherwise it's a nice theater, But the seats are ass. So that's cool. But yeah, Terrifier 2 is on Amazon. So is the first one, but you can honestly just watch a YouTube video for the first one if you're not interested in watching something that's like not really a story or anything. There is one character from it that shows up in 2 or 3, but 3 is pretty awesome. I really enjoyed 3. I think it's the best one. It is on track to possibly beat the record for the highest grossing unrated film of all time, which is crazy. So it was number 1 at the box office last week with like 18.9 million on a $2 million budget. They only spent like 500,000 on marketing, so 2.5, I guess. But I think this week they said it's on track to make somewhere between like 7 to 12 or something. So that is crazy, man. I think Smile 2 is supposed to make like 20 mil, so it's definitely going to beat Terrifier. But I mean, it's just such a big win for indie film in general. The fact that a $2 million movie is beating blockbusters with $200 million budgets. So very cool to see that. Very inspiring. And it's also a movie that pushes the boundary. And go watch Pollo Loco again. If you have already. If you haven't seen it, what the hell are you doing? Go check it out. We spent 30 grand on it and it's free to watch. It's free, baby. You can watch it on your TV.
A little out of subject. Well, Pollo Loco. I went to Letterboxd and someone said Danny went full Patrick Bateman on George.
Yeah, full Patrick Bateman. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I saw that, yeah. But yeah, guys, Giancarlo, thank you for being here.
Thank you very
much.
Nice.
Great having you here on your own. And follow me, Danny Dorito 23 on everything. Follow my X or Twitter or whatever the hell it's called nowadays. Follow the Instagram because I post on my story there some personal stuff.
I just realized that sounds so. Why did he name it that? Follow my X sounds so strange.
Yeah. Buy some G Fuel. What's up?
No.
Buy some G Fuel with code Danny D. Get some Fit Butters. Join our Patreon because we're gonna be playing a shitload of Call of Duty in there.
Yeah.
And we can always use teammates. So thanks for listening, guys, or watching, whichever one you do. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next episode.
Yeah. Comment if you want your pretzels wetzeled.
Peace.